One thing that should be obvious, but apparently isn't to a lot of people, is that you belong to you. Your life belongs to you just as my life belongs to me. Too many people don't seem to understand this. In fact, some people don't even believe in the notion of self-ownership. Now, self-ownership means that you have the right to direct yourself, your life, your property, physical property or non-physical property, as you see fit. Technically, yourself is the basis for ownership, but for our purposes, we'll say you own yourself. Self-ownership determines boundaries between you, me, and everybody else in a social situation. It tells how far you can go, what you have control over, and what you do not. That's why the idea of property was developed in the first place. It minimizes social friction and conflict. For people who think that you don't own yourself, well, who does own you? Somebody else, apparently. That makes you a slave. But I'm not a slave, you're not a slave. I don't own a bit of your life, and you don't own a bit of mine. We each need to realize that the way to implement rights and freedom in any kind of social situation is strict observance of property rights. You don't have the right to tax away any of my money by using the government as your substitute, as you bully and steal from me. Self-ownership also means that I can do things to myself, whether they're rational or not. I have a choice. I have the right to do the wrong thing, just as you do, as long as you don't transgress on the similar rights of anybody else. Property then is something that should be sacrosanct, but it isn't. Somehow voting for theft by the government somehow makes it moral, but it isn't. It's immoral for the individual. The government has no rights. All it has is delegated powers that you can only get from the people who are hiring it to do certain things that they can't do on their own. Along with self-ownership, it often comes up the issue of selfishness. Oh my God. But to be selfish in the strict meaning means that you're concerned for yourself. Now, you can have rational self-interest or irrational self-interest. People who are irrationally self-interested don't concern themselves with anybody else or any of the consequences of their action. They act on the impulse of the moment and just do whatever the heck they want, and to hell with everybody else. But that's not rational. That's not really in your true self-interest. True self-interest means that you have to take into account those things in the context of your life. Other people, other property, society, etc., etc. For an individual, for example, a husband, his wife is part of his self-interest. He doesn't just do whatever he wants and thinks, well, the hell with her. What kind of a social situation is that? He has to take into account what she wants. That doesn't mean abandoning at the core yourself. You should love yourself more than anybody else. Wife, children, grandparents, society, whatever. If you don't love yourself, how can you possibly love anybody else? But self-interest has been denigrated. It's called selfish, as though that's somehow automatically bad, because other people want to take what is yours. They want to take your life, your money, your property, and dictate how you use or don't use those things. They try to make you feel guilty. But you shouldn't feel guilty over loving yourself, over being interested and being happy in a rational way by doing those things that are productive and helpful to yourself and to those you love, those who are part of your sphere of interest. All those people who condemn selfishness, or who think that they have a right to your property by voting through some proxy and being cowards by not confronting you directly for these things, can just go to hell. But don't get me started.